Today, I am basically going to tell you guys about myself.
Celestial rising, divine afternoon, and grand night to the beautiful deity watching this video, to divine reflection, divine messenger. And we are back with a transhumanistic message. And I want people to understand that this message, from one, because I already understand how a lot of these inverts, and the thing is, so when I say a lot of these inverts, I mean that there's going to be a lot of, just depending, not going to speak into existence, but just common sense. Most of you are going to be in your feelings over this video. I just want you to understand, before you comment, before you start having a thought, before you even DM me, before you even try to have a conversation with me, I don't care how you feel. I don't care about your negative perception towards what I'm talking about. I'm neither right nor wrong, and therefore I have no idea what I'm talking about. But because I just said I have no idea what I'm talking about, I am lying to you through my truth. So what is the truth in a world full of lies when you can't fathom this being's lies through their truth? And the thing is too, go on this being's Instagram. Look at all the people that you follow that follow this inverted mindset right here. And to this day, there are people that follow me. When I see them reposting shit like that, I just have to sit there and question who the being is reposting it. And the thing is too, when I looked on his followers like a month ago, because this video was supposed to have been made a long time ago, but I looked on his followers and I seen that many people that I know still follow her. And I'm just like, oh, it makes sense. Because then when I go through the follow list, I'm like, oh, it makes sense. You're an invert just like her. So I can see why. So the thing is too, if you want to spot somebody who's pushing a transhumanism agenda, go on XX's Instagram and then go see the people that you follow. I guarantee you, you'll understand why these people are following their inverted mindset, because they come from that. And what's funny too, a lot of people will say, well, I know I was born a guy, so he ain't talking to me. If you think like that, I want you to know you are a girl. You are actually a woman thinking that you're a guy. The whole entire time you're not a guy. That's exactly why, to the beings out there who I recently had a conversation with, and you showed me your face, and then I was able to give you a face overlay from my trans investigators. I respect you. You're willing to drop your nuts and ask me, what gender are you? And there was somebody who even admitted that they don't even know. Actually, no, they said, I know that I'm not a man, but I'm a woman born in a man's body. When I seen it, and I think your name is, so I have Band Servant. There we go. Your name is Band Servant. When I seen that comment, I was like, I respect you. I respect all beings who want to ask me, hey, can you help me understand what gender I am so that I can be able to expose who I am to the world, heal myself, and then become way more enlightened than what I'm able to perceive myself in. I respect that. Shout out to Skull and Gate. Skull and Gate, shout out to my favorite godmother and other trans investigators as well. The thing is, when it comes down to what this being is, right? So we gotta understand as well, the male skull didn't fit, obviously. And the thing is too, they're both the exact same size for the people who are like, well, the size is not the same, so he's not. Stop. Because Skull and Gate put, So Skull and Gate put the chin, like the face. So the thing is too, it's not a skull overlay, it's a face overlay for the skull outline. It's a face overlay for the skull outline. We're not sitting here putting this overlay for the skull. We're doing it for the face, because this face overlay is able to tell you what type of skull this being was born into for the gender that they have been programmed to believing was their natural genetic coding. And it's not natural. They are experiments for a reason. Now, when Skull and Gate put the chin right here, obviously the eyes didn't add up. So Skull and Gate went over and said, okay, let's go to the female. Teeth align right here, the nose align right here, the eyes right here. And the thing is too, boom, chin right here, aligns. So now once you understand that, this is a transfer of consciousness. And the thing is too, as you become more developed within understanding what these beings are, you'll be able to understand too the deception that they try to play when it comes down to the character, because we understand too, none of us are actually human beings. None of us are celebrities, actors. None of us are politicians. There is no such thing as words or titles or labels. So now when we understand the transfer of consciousness, understand this being right here was pretending to be conscious while unconsciously living out a dilemma or a program that it had to follow in order to bring the masses into a way of thinking that may have been sad. It could have hope. It could have tranquility. It could be divinity. There's many different dualities that this being was portraying later on in his career, which is exactly why it's going to be a complicated video for the beings who look up to their idols. Either way it goes, I don't give a fuck about your idols, because idols are meant to get knocked down from their worship that you idolize. The whole entire time, the being that you're idolizing is keeping you descended from you transcending out of Luciferian's enlightenment. So now, if this was a male, now understand too, clavicle. So for example, if I posture up, boom, clavicle just like this. It's straight. Now my clavicle was like that, a V. Now of course my shoulders hunched over and all that, but it's still not even a V, because it's just not, I'm not a woman. But now if it was a V, you'll be able to tell like, oh, okay, Divine's actually a woman. But the whole entire time, clavicle just like that, how a man's supposed to be. Now, ask your favorite influencer, ask your favorite social media content creator, what does their clavicle look like? Are they able to show you? Do they have the balls to show you? Because when they do show you, how can you tell? Because the thing is too, that's deceptive as well. That's why you got to understand the walk, the straight legs, the foot positioning, all these different angles. Because understand too, different societies with secrets, they use angles as far as the foot. Now the thing is too, I'm going to expose the first degree of Freemason on Patreon. So Patreon family, get ready for that. I just been organizing these thoughts for this video, because you know that these videos got to be longer for you to be able to understand the rabbit hole that we're going to go down into. Knees together, feet facing forward, space between feet. Now the thing is too, someone be like, okay, you just articulated that he has the male gait. So what's the problem? Straight legs, knees together. That's a deception right there. There are times where beings have to be in their own mind, because you don't know what they're thinking about. But for them to stay on that, let's say, the line of deception, they had to be able to make sure that they're able to maneuver and deceive you by knowing that somebody's always watching them. And the thing is too, by them walking, they already figured that even back then, beings were going to be awake on gematria or transhumanism. People were going to be, and they already understood that people were going to be awakened into the inverted mindset that beings are actually born into. So till this year and years before that, because people have been talking about it, but it hasn't been in depth like I've been speaking on it as far as this year. Female gait, legs crossed, boom, 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 boom. One foot in front of the other, boom, 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 boom. Shoulder and hip twist, boom, 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 boom. Arm swing, boom, boom, boom. Legs diamond, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Broken leg. I'm gonna assume it looks like this. I'm gonna assume, I'm not sure. I'm gonna keep that in speculation. Tightrope walking. Yeah, literally what it means. Like, look at how tight he's walking. No space. Got a vagina. So when he was saying, look at me, fuck on me, who he talking to? That's all I'm gonna ask. In this song, hey, I'm like, bitch, who is your mans? Why is that the first line that you come up with? Who is your mans? Why are you worried about that man right there? Who is she talking about? That's why and the thing is too, somebody gonna say, bro, I feel like you're hating on him, bro. I feel like you're just, and the thing is too, I got so many screenshots of what happened last month and just the start of this year. The thing is, so I want you to understand, I could never hate on my alter ego's reflection that I was always observing. I was never interested in his music, obviously, because just like I can't relate to inverted mindsets. I wasn't born like that. I was born a biological male. Now it's kind of sad that I had to have a biological woman tell me that majority of the people that you follow or who follow you are basically transgender. So I was just like, okay, damn. Now I can't do shit about that, but what I understand is I can only guide the inverts into loving themselves and transcending from this realm. I don't really give a fuck about your gender, but all I know is though, if you are a man, most likely I'm gonna treat you like depending on how you act, like a princess or a man. Either way it goes though, you know who you are. You can't fool me. Can't keep my dick in my pants. Hey, I ain't gonna read the rest of that. But now, and the thing is too, when people read that, now you gotta understand too, his or her name came from the infatuation of porn. And we'll get into all of that later on down the video. But we gotta understand the symbolism of how the being was able to get away with, I won't even call it Jewish, but Jesuit propaganda, basically. Psychological operations from the spell casting of lyricism or alchemy through the lyrics. Now, where is it at? Fuck on me, look at me. Hey, fuck on me, yeah, look at me. Now the thing is, this being is not in the booth just coming up with that, because if you had the ability to own your masters and you can have your own business, your own empire, to where you're able to pay yourself and then you can make your own beats, your own lyrics, that to me is a boss. But if you had to recite the lyrics that were handled to you or ghost written for you, who is writing or who's handling you these lyrics for you to say to the masses for them to make it go viral? One of his most popular songs as well, I think he had like 7 mil. I can go back and check that. But look at me, fuck on me. Yeah, fuck on me. That's literally how a woman will talk. Tell these fuck niggas, voot me up, pipe up. It's like, bro, all these different, like, it's secret that they try to be slick with the words all the entire time to being know who he's talking about, because once and the thing is too, go watch the documentary on Hulu. Once he came out of prison and then he was able to go viral just for having that prison mugshot, which is of course the basic formula to get somebody to be at an upper echelon in life. When you get beings like that to get into a higher way of being, now it's like these people are starting to understand why this person was arrested, and they're like, oh, look, so this and that. They'll start being infatuated and mesmerized by the image, because of course he looking like he just doesn't care or he doesn't give a fuck, but it's the look in the eyes. There was no soul. So of course beings who had no soul can relate to XXXTentacion. That's exactly why we got this video for today, because we're still not done. Now I want you to understand too how deceptive body suits go and how transfer of consciousness gets, because when beings are transferred in their consciousness through a male body or male avatar, the feminine aspect of this woman will show submission immediately whenever you see her not being able to give you eye contact until understanding your truth. That's how you're able to tell the feminine characteristics that she has been displaying the whole entire time.
Because I've never really let you in much, and I feel like that's the best thing to do right now, to let my supporters know really who I am and have an idea on the type of person I am, and to ideally strengthen the bond. So here's my room. Here's Stitch. This is my favorite Disney character ever. He's very relatable. I got the fucking Batman and the little fur sheets and shit, computers. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself. In order to...
This is my first time about to watch the whole thing with you. I'm pretty sure many of you have watched this. This is my first time, so I'm going to be able to just give you this discernment on what this being is trying to say.
Strengthen a bond, and to basically hold on, sorry, I'm going to adjust this. I don't know how I want this. I don't know if you guys want to see my face or not, but I'm going to just do what makes me comfortable. Hold on, just adjusting this just a little bit. Okay. So, today I am basically...
Now I understand too that symbolism with the indigo hair color, letting you know, trying to play a part to get you to relate to vibrations that we all were born into through a synthetic womb. So by him even having the indigo color for the hairstyle or the indigo child, that symbolism is letting you know, hey, you can probably relate to me if you're an indigo child as well. Whole entire time this being never existed. It was always observing the avatar that's portraying to be the infatuation with porn, literally.
Currently, I'm not gonna go into my history because I fucking hate thinking about my history. Currently, I'm not gonna go into my history because I fucking hate thinking about my history.
I fucking hate. When you're adding the profanity, you're adding profanity and hate in the same sense about your history. What's the underlying truth about that history that you hate so much? Why is it that you were so connected to Cleopatra when she sacrificed you to the Roman Empire and slept with Roman emperors to fund your lifestyle and bring you fame and fortune?
I hate thinking about the things that I don't want to remember.
The things that I don't want to remember. Why do you think he was so sad? I'm sad, I know. The fuck? There's no way I could get into the car and just play that song telling myself that I'm sad. The fuck is there to be sad about? You the one that got trafficked into the industry to be famous, and then you allowed yourself to keep on being famous because you enjoyed the dopamine that fans and viewers and consumers were giving your music, that you were reciting from Jesuit handlers.
Currently, I'm in a huge state of paranoia, just due to my past and just the things and the people I've associated myself with previously. So I'm trying my best to escape that realm of mind and that realm of thought in order.
That's how deep his spell casting gets. And thing is too, as far as 40, I think this is 47 chromosomes. We'll get into all that later on too, but just peep how this will all make sense for the teaching.
To evolve into not only a teacher, but just someone to motivate the youth and to put.
You peep? Just look. All this whole demeanor is submissive, by the way. This is exactly how a woman would do if she's making her first vlog or her video, or more videos to be exact. It's like, you're not shy to put your hands on women. You're not shy to say these vulgar lyrics. You're not shy to talk about, your futuristic perception of you getting sacrificed in a song. You prophesize your death in a song, and you had a fake crucifixion, and you made the world believe that you're not here right now. People actually are sad that he's not here, but yet he's still here watching you make him more money.
Youth in a positive direction, to be able to not ideally like control, but to just manifest that type of energy. I want to see, I want to just have more power in the aspect of trying to, like, all right, I know what the kids want. I know what we all desire. I understand things, and I feel like that's why I've been placed in such an important position, because I understand things, and I just understand.
Whole entire time you were manufactured, you weren't placed there. Now, of course, he was placed and planted and then manufactured and then controlled to be in a position that you look up to. Whole entire time you're looking up to what you can see within.
And how people feel in the aspect of, okay, I know how it feels to be alone. I know how it feels to be around people and feel alone. Like, I'll be around a million people and I'll like still feel alone. Like, even sometimes, like, all right, like, I'll go out even with my own friends, like my previous friends, and I just would feel alone. And I've just, like, I'm in a position now where I was friends with a lot of people, and I kind of felt abandoned. I've seen people choose material items over me. I've seen people choose status quo over me. I've seen people like when you give them ultimatums, they just choose everything besides you. So I've just been placed in situations that are very heartbreaking as far as like people, period. So the only people that I've ever seen kind of suffice for me and offer me the support always is you guys, my people. You guys are my people, and I felt very attached to the, I don't want to call it a family because I fucking hate that. I like to call it a cult. I like to call it,
I mean, bro, it's like they got it telling themselves. It just gets too easy. When you really listen, out of all the words, occult, and cult is just short for occultic information or occultic group that comes together in unity or unison or in one behind closed doors. A fucking cult? It's just that, keep it that simple. That's what he said. Let's go back.
I don't want to call it a family because I fucking hate that. I like to call it a cult. I like to call it...
What's the difference? You don't like to say family because you fucking hate that, but you want to call it a cult, when a cult is still the family that you were born into, and you're still being enslaved by to this day. So you can't say you hate family when your family is a part of the occult that you want to be occultic in. Niggas think they're occultic the whole entire time. You had to lie about your death. That was handled to you. Out of here, man.
A family. I feel attached to you guys as if you were my own family, even though I don't know half of you, even though I can't really be everything ideally I want to be for you guys, which I'm trying to be. I'm trying to assert myself. That's like, I hate like sounding like an egotistical motherfucker, but this is the closest I can get to. I'm trying to assert myself as some sort of prince, regardless of the stipulations around my name, regardless of all the negativity that I'm fed, regardless of how some people treat me. I've tried to put myself in a position to ideally be able to motivate others to I mean, for myself to suffice when it comes to this negative shit, because, like, bro, this shit, it's like trying to consume me. It's almost like it's trying to get inside of my mind, you know? So I've started to look at myself very differently and beat myself up. And you guys are the only thing that gives me hope. You guys are the only things that thing that motivates me to ideally, like, yo, be strong. You have over 8 million kids or adults and teenagers watching you, relying on you for this hope. So I wanted to give a bit of advice.
And what's sad, if you're relying on any human being for hope or abundance, compassion, a purpose or motivation or inspiration, you need to find your own way of living in this life, as you are blindfolded by finding hope in somebody else who had no hope to begin with. If you need to find hope outside of yourself, then you are not hopeful in finding out how hopeful your life can be when you are hopeless into understanding how you're able to work for what you think you should be hoping for. If you want a better life, stop hoping for a better life and just work for it.
I wanted to give a bit of clarity. I wanted to give a bit of an explanation. Now I'm winging this. This isn't written. There's nothing written here. Just so you know, I'm winging this whole video. So when I'm talking to you, I want you to know that this is genuinely from my heart. This isn't some bullshit pre-scripted motherfucking words coming off of a paper or anything. As you can see, you see that there's nothing behind me. Okay, so my current focus is creation and evolution. No matter whether you realize it or not, every day you evolve. Every day you create. You create in thought, you evolve in mind, you evolve as far as your age, you evolve physically, mentally. If you are evoluting physically and you are not evoluting...
Hold on. So my eyes are like rectangular.
Mentally, you...
Okay, another way to be able to tell too, the deception. Look at how round. So what I learned was too, that rectangular is what a biological male would have. I realized is that women have the circular eyes, or the round eyes, is what my fairy godmother told me. That the biological woman, when they're inverted into a man and they become famous, they still have their same like inversion, but it's just reverse inverted. So it's like a introverted, no, it's an inverted perception of a reversed order of a hierarchy, systematic programming for the mind to find a fantasy in. But the fantasy is still projected from the outward validation that the being did not want to correlate or remember through history or her story, because she fucking hates her story. But that just projected and emitted how much pain that she was going through in the music and this video alone. So off the muscle, you can, I can't tell by the clavicle because she's sitting hunched over for a reason. But as you can see too, even with the hairline receding, that's why a lot of times too, the best way you can tell, people who wear hats, hoodies, people who wear like dreads, or people who are actually buying dreads from like Amazon or hair stores, and then you're wearing hats to make it seem as if you got dreads all the entire time. Your dreads are a part of your hat. So when you take your hat off, your dreads go with it. Now, that's the thing though. So they'll hide their forehead, they'll hide their face, because of course they're hiding the soul they never had. Then on top of that too, once again, you can just tell by the round eyes. So that's the best way to see through deception as well.
Doing the right thing.
But contradict everything, question everything, because there are many beings as well who have the round eyes, but they're actually a woman. Like, it's just so much shit, bro. You just, yeah.
So for you guys, I want you guys to constantly be trying to evolve. As far as creation, being creative in thought, being like living life like a dream, you know, like as far as you are the actor in your own movie, you get what I'm saying? And you are the person that you desire to be. If you want to pretend to be a princess, carry yourself with the mannerisms of a princess. If you want to be...
Carry yourself like the mannerisms of a princess. Look at me, fuck on me. Pause, by the way, but look at me, fuck on me. Can't keep my dick in my pants. And who's gonna say some shit to her when she's out here fucking molesting and grooming beings, beating on them to show dominance? Imagine getting dominated by a biological woman who's playing as a man. How would that make a biological man feel? Or another invert feel? More submissive, more confused.
A prince, carry yourself with the mannerisms of a prince. If you want to be, like, it's better not to be a crazy motherfucker. It's better not, because I've went through that. There was a point where I wanted to be the villain, and it's not fun, bro. It's not fun. People it doesn't attract anything that you truly want. It's better to be respected through love rather than fear. It's better to be respected through, not to repeat myself, it's better to be respected through love rather than fear, simply because, like, all right, I was respected through fear, and it's not real love. It's not real love, and it drives people away. It makes people treat you differently. It makes people really, like, it's just not genuine. It's not what you really would want. So, I'm sorry, I'm kind of lost with the subject matter. So to jump to love.
Focus.
I like to talk about love, and it's always on my mind. I've really stopped looking for someone, unfortunately, because currently where my mind is, it's just like, I don't want to say I've given up, but I've just seen everybody make me promises and make me promises on promises, and never really fulfilled. Like, I was always looking for a caretaker, looking for someone that would protect me, take initiative for me, and just be the greatest person they could for me. And that may be selfish, I don't know, but that's just me being honest. And every time I've kind of let myself be led on by someone, they either deceive me or just treat me really, really, really bad. And I'm a very genuine person, and I'm far too emotional, and I care too much, and I've definitely cared too much in situations and been fucked over. So what I do want to say to my supporters and my family, as far as you guys, the key to love is compromise. The key to love is also loving yourself. Now, and love is a very complicated thing. Look at love like a game. Everything is a game. Look at love like a game.
I'll agree. To an extent, dog, I disagree, because love is not actually a real thing. It's just a label on what is delusional. Like, love is illogical. So it's like you can't fall in love with love, because you won't be able to fall in love with love when it's rising above what it never loved on. It's like love doesn't even love itself. If you were to ask love in the afterlife, how much love did you have for yourself in the past life and this life? Well, in the past life on earth, I love myself so much that I was able to create an illusion that I thought I loved on. But then as I transcended from the love I had for the lower realm of my subconscious mind, I realized that I couldn't even love my subconscious mind, because the love that came from me never ever actually came from me, but it came from a being that made the title of what I thought I was loving on. Whole entire time, though, I couldn't even love myself, because I used to hate what I thought love could be. And then I'll be sitting like, damn, okay, love, you know a little bit of something. Whole entire time, me and love aren't even talking to each other, because I'm just talking to love within, because I love and hate what I love within.
If in order for your partner to respect you, you have to respect yourself, but in the same context, you also have to compromise for them. So it's a very complicated idea. So, like, all right, look at it this way. If your lover disrespects you, there is a certain way you have to, I can't tell you how to deal with it, but there is a certain way you have to deal with it, as far as, like, okay, your lover says something to you you don't like. Instead of getting angry, instead of leaving, which is never the answer, because you'll never find love in leaving. That's pride. If you think with pride during your relationship, the shit won't work out, because then it'll just be an egotistical battle. And, bro, I'm sorry to say it, women have far more pride than men. Men have pride, but women have pride, and it's hidden. But I respect
Peep that symbolism.
Far more pride than men. Men have pride, but women have pride, and it's hidden. But I respect women. I respect women's pride, because it's a different type of pride. You guys don't want to be walked on. You guys don't want to feel disrespected. You guys want to feel empowered. But in the same context, you guys have to understand, we look to women for emotion. We look to women for comfort,
That's exactly why. If you were seeing him laying with the woman or being with the woman, or whatever the case may be, 8 or 9 times out of 10, it was most likely a inverted man that was transformed into a woman, but the woman showed symptoms of him being more dominant. Whole entire time he was just a woman portraying dominance and being more prideful. That's why he just admitted woman's pride is hidden, because of course only a woman would say some shit like that. Only a woman can think like this. Not how in the whole retrospective of how he's thinking, but when she mentioned the prideful aspect for men and women, it's like, for one, we're all prideful to a certain type of unconscious degree. But on an observable aspect, what is pride when pride can't even fathom what it never was? So by her mentioning that, she's telling on herself because she has to avoid karmic retribution or karmic debt.
To be grounded, like, all right, earlier on in my life, I didn't have my mom would try and financially take care of me, but my mom was going through it at a young age, so she wasn't really able to be there, and it wasn't her fault. And I didn't have a woman in my life to ground me emotionally, so I always looked to other people for emotion, and I always was disappointed.
Because think about that. If you're looking for other people for emotion, what is that for? Because as a woman, if you look into the mirror and you see a guy, but you feel like you're a girl, which you can't tell the people as well because you're hiding something, Where can you go to for your emotions when your guardians have trafficked you into something that you're confused about and they're not actually at the house because they're always working, trying to take care of you? Where do you go? How do you admit, or how do you transmute that energy? How do you announce that you're going through something but people can't even hear you? No matter how loud you shout, if people can't fathom your consciousness, nobody's going to hear what the fuck you're saying. So imagine this nigga saying, hey, I'm a biological woman playing as a man. Niggas be like, man, if you don't play that shit, then shut the fuck up. At least she said something. Nobody believed her. Let's keep the music going. That's how it be.
Because obviously no one will be able to compromise for me fully, because I would give my all and put my all into things, and I would just never be compensated for the love I would give. So
I would never be compensated for the love I give. Let's go back to that.
I would give my all and put my all into things, and I would just never be compensated for the love I would give. So
why would you think about being compensated for the love you? That's where it comes with the harvesting. Niggas already admitting I wasn't compensated for the love I give. Why are we looking to give love for a compensation transaction that you can't even afford? Niggas are sitting here keeping tabs on how much love they're giving so that the love they give can be compensated for when they feel as if they deserve a certain amount of love that they have poured onto somebody else, and that love that was poured onto somebody else should be transmuted back into a projection of compensation for them to be able to keep on thriving and loving what they do, so they can keep on doing it to make more and more money, to keep themselves feeling more alive, because of course a soulless being would do shit for compensation. Imagine spreading love because you're looking for currency behind it. That's not real love. That's an artificial version of what love is, and this is the artificial being letting you know their whole dilemma, and they still living right now.
As far as compromise, for one, don't put your pride in a fucking relationship. The shit doesn't work. It makes the shit harder than it needs to be. It makes it complicated. It makes everything hard. Do not put your ego in a relationship. Do not be afraid to blow up your lover's phone. It's the ones that are annoying that love you. It's the ones that will sit there and blow you up for hours and check on you 24/7 and annoy the fuck out of you that care. It's okay to be annoying. In order to... Okay. Now, another thing with love. Don't try and publicize, I'd say publicize your love in the same context, like show people you're happy. But when you start showing people what you got going on in your personal life, that's when people feel the need to get involved, or people get in the middle and fuck everything up. Keep your relationship to yourself.
I agree, but for one, don't show people what you're going through. As far as, because I don't even believe in emotions, because your emotions are just your energy moving emotion for how you think you unconsciously feel. That's exactly why when you're a conscious being, how can you feel when you're always at peace?
That other shit in the middle fucks it up. Sometimes you can't ask for opinions. Sometimes you gotta battle the shit out for yourself. Like I said, it's like a game. So whenever you ask for someone else's opinion, it's almost like, look at it this way: they're dealing with something from a preconceived. They're dealing with it from a preconceived notion of what you told them. So they'll never understand how much compromise your partner has given for you, and how much of a situation, how much care has been put in the situation. You know, because no one can ever really care about the person that you care about. Now, to jump away from love, to jump to purpose. No one can explain why you are alive. No one can save you but you. You have to put the mind into what you want to put the mind into. If you believe in something, you can achieve it. Now, that doesn't mean everybody needs to be a rapper. If you remember that you can achieve something, then of course you can fathom and bring that version of what you remember into the now. Because of course you can believe in anything, but why would you believe in lies that lie about the truth that they are lying in? You have to remember what it is that you want to put your mind to, because when you remember what you're putting your mind to, now you can see the goddamn vision through your unconsciousness. So what the fuck is he talking about? I mean, everybody needs to be a fucking painter or an artist. That doesn't mean that way. Your art can be in your emotion. Your art can be in your mind. Now, you can be a doctor, and that can be a form of art. You can be a therapist, and that can be a form of art. It's how you articulate. You get it? Articulate. It's how you treat these things. It's the manner that you treat. You know what I'm saying? Even relationships, friendships can be a matter of art. It's a matter of mind. Now, purpose. Only you create your purpose. Now, trying to always impress others does not work. Now, with millions and millions of supporters and family and fans, and trust me, some motherfuckers will hit me up and be mad disappointed with some decisions I made, be mad disappointed with some music, and I've tried my best to impress or meet this standard, you know, always. Fuck that. Make yourself happy. If something makes you happy, follow it. Now, do not be toxic in that. Do not take my words and twist them and turn them negative. Do not be toxic. I want for everybody that follows me and supports me to make sure you are being healthy in mind, being caring, compromising for the ones you love, being loyal to the ones you love. Do not say you love me and be some motherfucker out here cheating on your people. Look, if if you love someone, you're supposed to be dedicated to them, right? Now, I don't follow relationships simply because I don't want to promise someone something and then not keep my word because of how much I've been hurt. So I've been in a situation where I'll talk to people and I'll tell them, yo, I don't want to be involved with one woman because when I give my all to someone and they disappoint me, it makes me feel horrible. And it takes my very soul out of me. It breaks my fucking heart. So I don't know, man. It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. I don't want to leave you guys without some sort of answer, so I'm just going to jump to this. Purpose. No one can create your purpose for you. No one can tell you who to be. There is no such thing. Well, sorry, there is no such thing. No one can tell you who to be. So in purpose, you have to create your own purpose. And in evolution, you have to evolve towards that purpose. It's easier to live when you have goals to meet. You understand? If you have goals to meet, then you don't feel so voided, and you understand why every day you're looking at this person in the mirror. Because
the thing is too, the goals that you want to meet have already been met. You just have to set your intention on the goal that you want to reach that has already been reached. And you're reaching for a goal that you have already seen yourself succeeding in numerous times. So in order for you to meet a goal that you're succeeding in numerous times, you have to be able to, once again, remember the visual of the purpose that you have already created. Once you have created that purpose, now it's like every single day you are passionate and you are compassionate about what you are living in and what you are working towards. And the thing is too, you're not doing it for a dollar bill. You're not doing it for validation. You're not doing it for opinions. You're not doing it to be liked or loved on. You should simply be living out your purpose so that you can be a better version of your consciousness every single fucking day. Doing it for other people makes no sense. It never makes sense to me. I'm not making a goddamn video to piss somebody off or to elevate somebody. No, I'm making a video to simply heal my inner child. And then when I get older, I can go back and be like, damn, I was actually saying things like this. You should be able to go back and learn from what you are saying so that when your ego goes back and memorizes what you used to say back in years or months, whatever the case may be, that's how you know that you have transcended a different way of thinking, because you shouldn't be the same person you were last month. Excuse me. Because how are you growing? You're not growing. But the thing is though, you never change till you change. You never change till you change. So what are you changing when the change that you are changing has already been changed?
That is the cool part about the game. You get to be anybody you want to be. Now, take that, please, and I hope the little words that I did say did motivate you. And I'm sorry if I didn't give you any sort of clarity.
This was the key point. The key point.
This person in the mirror, because that is the cool part about the game. You get to be anybody you want to be.
You can be anybody that you want to be. That's exactly what an entity would say. You can be any being you want. That's actually a fact. I agree with that. That's a fact. You can be any being you want. If you want to become Spider-Man, for example, you can be that today. If you want to be Harry Potter, you can be that today. Who's going to tell you that you're not Harry Potter? I know Harry Potter ain't calling me Harry Potter, because Harry Potter is about you. You can be anybody, any actor, any celebrity, so why are we looking up to them?
Now, take that, please, and I hope the little words that I did say did motivate you. And I'm sorry if I didn't give you any sort of clarity. I was scatterbrained. Like I said, I winged this. I just simply wanted to speak to you guys. And I apologize for being so distant. I've been paranoid. I've been needing help, and I haven't been getting the ideal help I really want. So I apologize if I haven't been there enough. And I'm going to be vlogging more often. I probably might post another vlog after this. I don't know. I'll let you guys know. I'm going to be going to I'm going to be going to a homeless shelter and giving out some food, giving out probably some clothes. And I'm going to probably go to I'm going to do this. Then I'm going to a foster home and probably like donating PS4s and video games and probably buying some beds or anything that's going to help out the local foster homes. But I'm just taking the time out to plan and to do the right thing and to show you guys that I am a people person and that I will be a good person for the community, and I will have ties to the community in the aspect of showing people that, hey, I'm going to put my mind towards actually helping the world and itself. With that being said, I love you guys. I appreciate you for all the love that you guys give me, and I appreciate you for giving me your attention. Oh, sorry, that's my motherfucking alarm. Another thing is, I hope you guys are writing in your journals. Look, turning off your awakening. See, look, hold on, sorry. Now, look, here is my alarm on my phone. It will show. It's hard to show, but it says, turn off your awakened mind, use journal, write down dream, use power statement. I can fully control my mind. I am controlling my mind. Another thing that I noticed helps, guys, is keeping a journal. Write down your thoughts. If you don't understand and remember your thoughts, you can't amount to them. Write down your thoughts. I love you guys. Later.
Overall, though, I can see the intention with the message. So, nonetheless, I mean, it was a great perspective. Now, the one thing that was interesting as well with the perspective, even the people, like 1 year ago, watching this again because I miss him, the world hasn't been the same without him. The simulation hasn't been the same without him. Okay, I still got a tank top on. I got this general admission for my basketball game, so I'm still coaching, okay? I have a gallon of water right here. I got the MacBook, got the phone right here. I don't know, the world still seems the same to me. I mean, am I missing something here? Are you missing something right here? What has changed what changed in the world when X left? That you didn't already know? I'm confused. Hearing this when your mind wanders from place to place and it ends on a place that isn't the greatest, this is a real kick in the nuts from reality. Let's see. 2025, hearing this again helps a lot. Reminder to everyone, X will never be forgotten in his words of wisdom. I miss him so much every day. It's like him. She's still here. She is still here. It's just, that's just amazing to me how people think. It's like, how can consciousness leave you when it's still in front of you? Just look into the goddamn mirror. Oh yeah, so now Cleopatra, which is his mother, or her mother. So Cleopatra is an iconic figure of history whose name conjures images of romantic suicide, seduction for political gain, and splendor beyond imagination. She had numerous affairs with Roman officials before her death, and served as the last active pharaoh of the storied Egyptian kingdom, which was eventually overthrown by Rome. But Cleopatra was more than just a pretty girl swept up in the world of international politics and lovers. She was extremely well educated, said to have extraordinary wit and tact that has said to make men fall to their knees. At age 14, Cleopatra joined her father as a joint regent, and at 18 was named co-ruler with her little brother, whom she allegedly had killed a few years later. Ruling a country with your little brother can be such a drag. Cleopatra was not ethnically Egyptian and was the first of the Greek rulers of Egypt to learn the native tongue so she could better communicate and relate to the people she was ruling. Cleopatra wielded her power wisely, utilizing her infamous relationships with both Caesar and Mark Antony to benefit her country. She is known for her ambition, intellect, and delightfully dramatic entrances. And she represents what it means to be a powerful woman in a world run by men. She was portrayed unfavorably by Roman historians who wrote her off as a figurehead and condemned her as a reckless woman with wild desires. She was said to be manipulative, but she was a politician and a really successful one at that. She got people to do what she wanted, worked twice as hard as any man to prove herself a successful ruler. And the thing is too, when we go down with the teaching, you'll be able to see his mom and all that. So, and then this was, utero. Because the thing is too, I decided to research, actually I put that link right there because how all this stuff happened is like literally in utero. And then because you're probably like, well, how is X biologically a woman as a man? Like, how is that inversion happening? Literally in utero. A human or animal that's in utero hasn't been born yet. It's still an embryo or a fetus. You might set up a comfortable nest for your pregnant cat while her kittens are still in utero, in the womb or in the uterus. So yeah, the thing is too, they're literally injecting different altering nanotechnologies that hinder the growth of our gender before we're even conceived into this world. And the thing is too, my thoughts were all over the place when I was making this, but I really finalized it last night and now we're making it today. So it's been months for this video to have been dropping. Tension between individual freedom and external systems of control. Gekume means different state of mind or the next universal thought, and that's the name of his son right there. And the thing is too, I was studying in my mind as I was driving from the game today. That's why I got this band right here, obviously. So now when I was driving from the game tonight, I was thinking about celestial forces and transcending, what's the word? I'll just use connecting. When you're going through a transcendental, operative, dimensional, meditative technique, and before you leave this sacrificial womb that we are all sleeping in with our eyes wide open, before you leave, depending on the vibration of your consciousness, he was still bound by the hex of empire, or the label that he was with. I think it's empire, but I could be wrong, or whatever. But by him being bound by this contract negated that he was going to be sacrificed before 22 years old. When that happened, he understood that he had to get his shit together before it was all said and done. But that's the kicker. That's the catch. That's the symbolism, and that's the deceit of occultism. If all you ever do in life is stay at the surface, then you'll never find anything worth exploring. Traumatized at 5'2", unable to grieve. Traumatized at 5'2", unable to grieve because it was always work, focusing, making this music, getting these lyrics out, getting the message to be pushed into the masses' ears. Apparent, seeming to be true, but not necessarily so. Where do I put that? Train food. And the thing is too, train food was, let me go. Yeah, because train food was the one where he prophesied his death and all that. Telling you, the thing is too, when it comes down to secret societies as well, so I'm pretty sure you like, thinking, how would you even know that? The thing is, when you're the thing is, so I can only relate by being trafficked myself, but making a way out by just literally walking away. Now, the thing is, when you're understanding, you've seen some Illuminati, Playboy Cardi, all these inverted mindsets. So Playboy Cardi is also a woman as well. We already did some Illuminati. Oh yeah, I have a video going to be posted on Myron Gaines from Fresh and Fit, DDG, NBA Youngboy, Drake, Big Sean, Janae Aiko, Beyonce. There's so many videos, man. We just got work to do. But now this song right here, I'm not going to go through it because I made this video on Instagram and all that, but I'm just going to basically give you the dialysis of what the being was talking about. But now in this message right here, he was basically talking about, and there he was, his presence was alarming. As he approached was casual, we talked about self-harming. And the thing is too, in his lyrics, why are y'all talking about a script that neither you can follow? So they were just playing the game. Like he said, he was playing the game. He told me, kid, you shouldn't be walking on your own. He smiled and laughed and pat my back. He asked, how far are you from home? I said, maybe 30 minutes. His frequency distorted quick. I seen it in his image. I should have run right fucking there. You ever woke up on a train track with no motherfucking clothes on, death before your eyes? You're praying to God. Why are we praying to an unconscious title that can't even answer your prayers till you go within? Now, but ain't no response. Trying to scream for hope, just a shoulder that you can lean on. But ain't nobody coming, so you scream on and scream on and scream on while this evil fuck laugh at you. Train getting closer, you still surprised that he battered you. Tears falling harder and harder, minutes get minuscule. Could have had a son or a daughter, now what you finna do? You finna die on this train track, cause clearly after death ain't no way you can find your way back. And y'all look up to this nigga. He can't even find his way back, and he knew that, so of course he had to bring his son into the world to make sure that he can find his way back. That's how deep consciousness actually gets. Thinking about your previous memories going way back, all them fucking dreams with a diamond chain and a Maybach. Now your time finally up. Ask yourself this final question: is you going down or up? Recollecting all the moments that you never gave a fuck. Now it's here. Death has now arrived. Time's finally up. Whole entire time he faked his crucifixion, just like Jesus was taught in the Egyptian school of mysteries, or the mysteries, whatever the fuck. They asked me what is happiness, you write it on a check. Now, the thing is too, when I was watching the documentary, I was just typing shit as I was listening. I was pausing it, boom, 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 boom. So that's why all my thoughts are like scattered. So I'm trying to remember why I said like this one. That's about it. And then this one. But yeah, they asked me what is happiness, you write it on a check. And that was when he was first starting to rap. Members only, that was him. So Smoke Perp was the first one to be introduced in his group. Also an invert as well, I believe. Your weapon can be the same thing that also kills you. That's a fact, which is basically your mind. Your mind can kill you. Your tongue can kill you. Your heart can kill you as well. If you actually have a heart attack, or if you have like a heartbreak that's so severe, you can actually die from a heartbreak. How can you save your child when you can't save yourself? Darkness sells, that's the formula. Smoke Perp said that. Or let me make sure I'm saying the names right too, because I hate Smoke Perp. I just want to make sure I'm saying this right. Ski, okay, I knew it. It's not Smoke Perp, it's Ski Master Slum God. There we go. I was like, it ain't Smoke Perp. Thank you, Spirit. I'm pretty sure somebody's probably like, nah, nigga, Ski Master Slum God. My fault, y'all. That's who it is. Ski. That's all I'm saying. See, you gotta make sure. It's okay to make mistakes, but guess what, though? By you being authentic, if you want to expose the inversion, you have to be able to do your research behind closed doors. You can't just get on camera and just start exposing niggas without no proof. And the thing is, too, the proof I'm giving you is simulated in a simulation of simulations. The proof I'm giving you is a simulated simulation of simulated simulations that are giving you unconscious information of what never was here to begin with. But yeah, another invert as well with the round eyes letting you know. Another woman playing as a man. Members only. That's the cult. That's literally the occult. Your weapon? Oh yeah, so how can you save your child? Okay. The things you shouldn't do sells. That's free game. Darkness sells, that's the formula. So now if you ask me, Devon, how is it that you've been doing this for so long, but you really haven't been growing or you haven't this or that? I'm not willing to go upon that dark side and sell you a certain narrative or a certain ideology for you to think about or for you to be entertained by. I'm not here to entertain shit. That's exactly what I'm not going to say. This video's for entertainment purposes only. No, it's not. I'm not here to entertain none of you. Because this shit is not funny to me, but it's actually funny when you really understand how stupid and how slow the Illuminati gets, or the illuminating fraternities actually are. They're not smarter than us. They just do hidden things that the masses can't catch up with. This stuff takes lifetimes to actually know. That's exactly why beings like us are programmed to give you the message at will right now. The thing, okay, if you feel as if your identity has to be the same as everyone else's to be socially acceptable, you are stupid, be yourself. I agree with that. I do agree with that statement. Biting flesh off their stomach. Tired of feeling tired. And the thing is, so I put that because, my bad, y'all, my nose is itching because of the downloads and all that, but I need to trim my nose hairs too. I need to start doing that. My fault, y'all. But when his mom used to be dealing with men, and I think so, you'd be like, how do you know that? Go on fucking Hulu and go watch the documentary. This shit came out in 2022. And I just remember it today. I have that great of a memory, or it's photographic, if you want to call it that. But my memory is that it's on it when I wanted to be on it for sure. This nigga was biting the flesh off of his mom's boyfriend's stomach. Like, if they were beating on his mom and shit, and the thing is, so I can't get mad at that because I ain't gonna lie, as a little, and the thing is, so he was a teeny weeny baby doing this shit. So he ain't had no hands trying to fight a nigga who 5'9", 5'7", 5'9", 5'11", 6 foot. I don't know how tall Cleopatra's or his mom's relationships or her men were. And the thing is, so I don't know how tall he was as a kid. But obviously at 5'2", you had to have been like 3 foot, maybe 4 foot even. But you're biting the flesh off of their stomach. I gotta respect that. I respect it. But that just shows you that, for one, though, to think about doing that, I never thought about doing that as a kid. I ain't gonna lie to you. But if you're thinking about doing that, what does that make you? A person with 3 chromosomes or X chromosomes has a genetic condition called XXX syndrome. This occurs when a female is born with an extra X chromosome, making her 47XXX instead of the usual 46XX. So not only is it an infatuation with porn, but the being, to avoid the karma, the being had to let you know what it was. What it was through the title. You can be anybody you want. So the being or the avatar or the real substance, the real substance, yeah, thank you, Google. The real substance. Yeah, that's how this shit looks, by the way. Yes, yeah, look at it. That's crazy. And the thing is, too, do you know how little these beings are? Look at this shit in the nigga eye, bro. It's in the nigga's eye, dog, in the eye. Oh my God, this is nasty. That's disgusting. But now, when this thing gets inside of your, so even in the Matrix, when Neo had the being on his belly button, that was just one interest that it can go into. If this motherfucker goes in your eye, who do you think has control of your mind now? Because think about it, the mind, the ego sees all. So this being wants to go inside of your eyelid or your ear, your brain, whatever the case may be, and it decides to set a foundation and spread its enlightenment throughout your body. What you gonna do about that? When you don't have your own consciousness anymore by a real-like substance. 47XXX mean, and the thing is to, in the gematria, when I was doing my research last night, there were many words in the gematria that I put down. I wanted to research it and then put it on the curriculum so that you're able to understand why I put the teaching along with it, so that we can read it all together, so you have a better understanding about how they do this shit with the chromosomes, the X and the Y, because I'm still trying to fathom this shit. I'm getting close. My feet getting wet, but I'm not walking on water yet. 47XXX means a female has an extra X chromosome, instead of the usual 2. Most women with this condition don't even know that they have it because it often doesn't cause obvious changes. Some may be taller than average, have slight learning delays, or experience mild speech or motor skill difficulties. It's not inherited. It happens randomly when cells divide. For most, life is completely normal and they can have children just like anyone else. This extra chromosome doesn't define them. It's a small variation in nature's design, reminding us that human genetics isn't always one size fits all. And that's exactly why that big nose community, the Jesuits, the beings that we can't even see, that we're at war with physically, that's why they're able to understand science. That, like, to me, bro, science is literally Satanism, bro, in plain sight. Literally. Because by them even understanding, because think about this shit. Because I think about this every single day, right? Even with the dumbass Anunnaki topic. Somehow, some way, I don't believe in a fucking God, but I know that there's a higher being or beings that have molded and given our atoms prophecy through the evolution that we are observing. So we are observing what we physically aren't. What the fuck are we if we're not human beings? And if you claim you're a human being, what are you being? If you claim you are a human being, what are you being? If you claim you are a human being, what are you being? And if you tell me what you're being, you literally just talk to me as if Satan would. And Satan wouldn't even be talking to me because who I am, I have no identity. So what is Satan talking about to me when I don't even give a fuck? If you are a human being, what are you being as a human being? I'm going to ask you again. If you don't know that answer, you'll know when you get older. You remember that saying? You'll know when you get older. Yeah, I was told that same exact shit. And now that I'm older, it all makes sense. Thank you to my coaches and to my elders who have taught me the game. It's not an inherent... Oh, yeah, okay. Effects of triple X syndrome. Mostly female in appearance. Individuals develop as females because they have no Y chromosome. Tall stature. Now, Angel Reese, for example. Angel Reese... Because, you know, niggas be like, hey, bro, I don't know who these people are. You just got to pay attention, bro. They're everywhere. So, if I was to ask you what you think, you'd probably be like, now that you know about the inversion of my videos, you'd probably be like, well, okay, you told me round, so woman, what I tell you though in the X video, contradict everything, question everything. That is the deception. So, as we're in this, many with XXX syndrome are taller than average, but most are smaller than average as well. That's the thing. This is also a man playing as a woman. Don't forget. Hold on. Because I think niggas... Is there a way to see the clavicle? Do you have your clavicle showing? As y'all can see. As y'all... Hold on. Come on. Stop playing with me. We're going to find that goddamn clavicle. Bingo. Hey, to my fairy godmother. Yeah, and I know you're watching. You're probably smiling. Look at what you taught me. It's like you told me. At first, I was like, how the fuck can I tell? It's easy now. Look at this shit. She just like me. What's good, brother? This is my brother. Like, no bullshit. Look at... Come on, bro. What are we talking about here? I mean, at this point... Now, of course, the deception, the round eyes. Lashes, though, could be red technically, but the eyelashes fool. They're deceiving, basically. Not only that, we'll make a video. Well, you know what? We ain't even gonna do. We'll make a video. Angel Reese, yeah. But that's how you're able to tell. So that clavicle, it's clear as day now. When you use discernment and when you actually learn, it's easy to spot who these beings are. They have to tell you who they are by showing you what they are. Look at her. And the thing is, too, you would have never known if I didn't tell you that or if I didn't mention it to you. Would you? She could be walking around just like this. Niggas would be like, oh, that's a good-looking woman. Whole entire time you talking about yourself as a goddamn man. Fuck off my screen, girl. Or nigga. Look at Joanna, man, in plain sight. Like, this shit's crazy. I don't see no V, do you? You don't see no V either. Now, of course, you got the forehead trying to be deceitful or deceitful. I keep saying deceitful as well. But that's the illusion. Literally, that's the illusion. But the one way to reveal what they are, you can't hide from beings who are actually awake. To all my trans investigators, thank you. Y'all have put me on fucking game. I mean, like, it's just too easy. If you've seen it, you've seen it. I'm getting off this. But at this point, can't nobody tell me, nah, bro, you wrong, bro. You haven't showed me yet. You haven't showed me your work yet. I do my homework, do you? And niggas is sitting here lusting after this little ass boy or this grown ass man playing as a girl in makeup and lashes. Mild symptoms or none at all. Most will still have normal fertility and intelligence, but some will have mild learning difficulties or developmental delays. Subtle hormonal differences. Most will experience irregular periods or have a slight hormonal imbalance, but nothing as extreme as another chromosomal condition named Klinefelter syndrome. 3 X's can mean enhanced feminine energy or an avatar having a unique genetic signature that is intertwined and tied to divine feminine consciousness. Some beings will interpret someone having extra X chromosomes as a message for maintaining heightened intuition, being creative, and developing spiritual insight. I just want to go ahead and get through this shit because we're basically 1 hour in and it's 2:29. I want to be able to go ahead and get up early because I got a game as well at 12. So we're playing against Quavo. So the Migos have a team named Team Honcho, and we're going to be playing against them. So that's Quavo Honcho's team, we're going to call it that. But yeah, we're playing against them tomorrow or today. So I want to make sure I can get my team right. But let's get to work, though. Record labels can place a hex or spiritual binding on a music artist through a combination of occult rituals, contracts, and psychological manipulation, emphasizing that the artist now serves the industry's agenda while being spiritually and financially controlled. Number 1, contractual binding, energetic, and legal hexing. Contracts have spiritual agreements many artists will sign unknowingly. These contracts that are more than legal. They are the hidden act of a binding spiritual pact that gives labels the opportunity to have full control over their image, voice, and even their soul. So once again, the being was already bound to a binding spell. Once you sign that contract after prison, it's like, nigga, yeah, you got all the hoes, all the clothes, all the cars, all the money you want. But it never belonged to you in the first place. So you basically sold your soul by accident. And you came to sell what never belonged to you. Fine print and symbolism in the print. Hidden clauses always trap artists into observing a lifelong servitude at this point. It is nearly impossible to escape without massive penalties, and the obvious one for X was his ego before 22. Blood oaths and rituals. Some artists will be pressured to attending and participating in occult ceremonies whether through learning hand signing. Oh, okay, learning hand signing. I was like hand signals. I should put hand signals, but whether through learning hand signing in blood or participating in initiation events or drinking the consumption of blood or making sacrifices that can get you into higher realms. So what do you got to do to get to the top charts for beings like Kanye West or J. Cole to say, damn, this shit hard, etc.? Rituals and occult symbolism. Sacrificial energy exchange. Labels will record and engineer humiliating moments, public scandals and gossip, or manufacture personal loss as part of a blood sacrifice to reinforce their hold on the artist to let them know what they did for a dollar bill. Candle and mirror magic. So behind the industry doors, rituals that involve mirrors, sigils, and candles are performed to seal an artist's fate. And this is how they will make music forever, and they will be trapped in their riches. Music spells, 808, 440 frequencies and subliminals. So music is cursed through sound frequency and tempo and rhythms and beats in general. This is done purposely for both the artist and the listeners so they can be affected energetically and remain unconscious to the spell being casted upon them. Industry puppet and mind control. MK Ultra and handlers artists are majority of the time controlled through psychological programming, handlers, and even being dependent on drugs to keep them remaining submissive to their planted image. And the thing is too, a lot of them will do drugs because they know that their image that they're portraying to the masses can be talked about and judged, not only that exposed, if the consumer in the crowd is actually seeing the planted image for what it wants to be. Energy harvesting, concerts, and fans. Live performances are a mass ritual where fans unknowingly feed the artist's energy through their energetic contract. This is keeping them bound to the label's will. What was he doing it for? When the handlers see that he was jumping in the crowd and getting himself involved, look at how she's portraying herself before she became awakened. But she was already awakened at this time too, just unconsciously playing a role. But look at how she's emulating herself as the idol that these beings are looking up to and worshiping. Energy harvesting. So when he mentioned the cult, that's literally the whole point of a concert. You're literally giving your energy away to a being who never cared about you till they have sex with you. And then when they have sex with you, they're kicking you to the curb. Tragedy is going to be an engineering phase for people to gossip about. If an artist rebels, sudden deaths, mental breakdowns, or financial ruin often follow. Michael Jackson, Prince, Whitney Houston, Kanye, and many more. Famous music artists could potentially hide being transvestites, cross-dressers, or even gender-inverted individuals through a combination of surgical enhancements, hormonal treatments, media control, and psychological programming. Early life grooming and industry selection. Many celebrities have been selected at birth and raised under strict gender inversion or androgyny-based rituals. Elite families or entertainment industries insiders have access to hormone therapy from childhood, altering natural development. Certain secret societies or occult groups promotes. Okay, I was like, what the hell is that? Promote androgyny as a symbol of divine balance. So, hold on. Certain secret societies or occult groups promote androgyny as a symbol of divine balance. Yeah, don't even worry about it. Because y'all already know I'm going to do a part 2 for this shit. Out of all the pictures in that house, he was also living in a sex trafficking ring or, yeah, whatever the case may be. But out of all the things that you're standing in front of, why this? And that's how you know this is old too. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know I've been discussed this. I've been posted about that. I made so many people mad. I'm so glad I did too. It's funny how you stood in front of inversion and people think you're still enlightened for mocking a male avatar as a woman wearing a costume the entire time. How you want to go about this? You fooled a lot of fools and that was foolish of you, and that's ironic coming from my foolishness. Thank you for contributing nothing but transgenderism or transhumanism to children with no voice of approval. Gematria can't wait to meet you. Out of all the things you stand in front of, really? Divine balance? Get out of here, nigga. While niggas are sitting there putting their hands on you and beating you to the point where you can't even see what the fuck your face look like anymore, they're gonna say, peace, divine balance, reflection. Get the fuck out of here, man. Hormone therapy and surgery. Hormonal manipulation, testosterone blockers. Yaki Awaken. Oh yeah, Yaki Awaken's gonna get exposed. This girl named Ariel, or this man named Ariel, the official who blocked me. Yaki Awaken blocking me. Yaki Awaken blocked me on Instagram for asking him 12 logical questions. And then this girl or this man named Ariel the Official blocked me as well, but DM me back. So y'all both told on yourselves. Also, Bontuka will be getting exposed. Also, Arcasi can. It's so many people, bro. Just be ready. Just be ready. Estrogen supplements. And this is what Yaki Awaken will use, and things too. Bontuka uses this as well because they're all inverts. But the inverts will push health supplements so that your testosterone can be blocked, and then your estrogen will start being prominent on your outward appearance. Can alter features before puberty, making it nearly impossible to tell if someone was originally male or female. I'm giving y'all the game right now. And you're asking, I know somebody's probably like, how are they doing this? Don't forget, in utero. The being hasn't even been born yet, and they already altering their DNA. Who's allowing them to do that? It's two choices. The thing is too, the beings who have talked to me in my DMs or messages or even on the phone call, I told you, there's more choices, but it's really two choices. Either your guardians knew about this shit and allowed it, or your guardians were unconscious to it and the Greys took you into a different room or did something to you, put your mother to sleep. Your dad probably wasn't in there, but they put your mom to sleep. And then as they were in the womb, they were doing this anatomy as she was unconsciously sleeping into her own unawareness about you. The hospitals are deceitful. I kid you not. That's why I'm thankful to be born a man. I couldn't imagine being inverted. I can't. No offense to my inverts who watch my videos. Nothing against you, but I just don't know what I would do. Besides this, facial feminization or masculinization surgeries modify jawlines, Adam's apple, and body proportions. So when we seen Angel Reese's Adam's apple and all that, they're able to actually put things into your Adam's apple to where it looks as if you actually have one the whole entire time it was manufactured inside of you. Rib removal or body contorting can create more feminine or masculine shapes. So when they twist their body, walking like a bitch as a man, yeah. They're removing body parts to make themselves contort to a gender that never was. Clothing installing the avatar. Corsets, hip pads, and muscle suits can give the illusion of a different body type. Now, understand.
Paranoia. Just due to...
Hold on, because I don't like this shit. I hate that fucking angle, too.
Yes, sir. No, but I'm going to just do it. Makes me comfortable. Hold on. Just adjusting this just a little bit. Okay. So.
Now.
Today, I am basically going to be telling you guys about myself.
God damn it, bro.
Hold on, sorry. I'm not going to...
Cause I need that perfect angle, bro. Cause I want y'all to see this bodysuit.
A bit of advice. No matter.
You can probably see right here. So, when it comes to even like, just look at how this shit don't even look real to me. I'm pretty sure somebody's probably like, bro, his body just like, and that's the whole gist of the illusion. They have to be able to take off their shirt to make themselves feel more masculine. Y'all see, I have a tank top. I don't got shit under it, but there's no bodysuit. We don't need that. So you can already tell ain't shit under my skin, but for them, they can't do that for you. Now, when they do, of course, it'll stick to them to make it seem as if it's latched on to their avatar, their vessel, whatever the case may be. The whole entire time, they're playing in skins as a walker. Strategic lighting, camera angles, and Photoshop are used in media to maintain an image along with CGI. Wigs and hairpieces hide male pattern baldness or hairline shifts. Peep the dreadheads or hoodie and hat wears. I already told y'all about that. Media control and contracts. Celebrities sign strict NDAs preventing exposure. The industry blackballs anyone who exposes certain secrets. So why do you think he was knocked off before 23 years old? Paparazzi and media outlets are controlled to prevent damaging leaks. Mother Bird. Excuse me. Occult and esoteric symbolism that the masses won't pay attention to because of idol worship. Many high-level artists are part of esoteric traditions that promote androgyny as a spiritual ideal. Baphomet, the divine hermaphrodite. The entertainment industry often blurs gender roles in music videos, fashion, and performances, normalizing inversion. A person born with X... Oh yeah, somebody asked me yesterday, why do you burp so much in your videos? Somebody commented, why do you burp so much in your videos? That's the state of our society, basically. People ask, you see me drinking goddamn water. It's a natural response from the fucking avatar. Excuse me. At least my body works. Yours probably doesn't, because you're not real, you're artificial. My fault. But biological gender inversion can happen due to genetic mutations, hormonal imbalances, or developmental conditions. Androgen insensitivity syndrome. Genetic setup. A baby is conceived with XY chromosomes, meaning they are genetically male. Hormonal issue. The baby's body does not respond to testosterone due to a mutation in the androgen receptor gene. This controls how the body responds to testosterone. It's found on the X chromosome and helps develop male traits like muscle growth and hair patterns. Mutations in this gene can affect how the body processes male hormones, leading to conditions like androgen insensitivity syndrome, CAIS, complete AIS. The body is completely unresponsive to androgens, so a person with XY chromosomes develops female physical traits despite having male genetics. Partial AIS. The body responds partially to androgens, leading to mixed male and female traits. Mild AIS. The body responds mostly to androgens, but there may be reduced male traits like less body hair or fertility issues. Which one do you think he had? I'm giving you the game. Physical development phase. Since their cells are ignoring male hormones, the baby will develop externally as a female even if they have XY chromosomes. At birth, a child could appear female, become raised as a girl, but internally they lack a uterus and ovaries. Discovery phase of unconsciousness. Quite often the condition is discovered when the girl doesn't get her period during puberty and medical tests reveal what happened with her XY chromosomes. Other ways gender inversion can happen. Congenital adrenal hyperplasia. XX females exposed to excess androgens in the womb can develop masculinized features despite having female chromosomes. Klinefelter syndrome, XXY. A person is born with an extra X chromosome, leading to mixed male-female traits. A person is born with an extra X chromosome, leading to mixed male-female traits. Why do you think he started the video off mentioning to you he does not want to talk about his history? Because he fucking hates that. She hates what he became. Chimerism. When two embryos fuse in the womb, a person can have both XX and XY cells, leading to gender anomalies. How the fuck did beings commit this act to our unconscious, and we yet are still not conscious to how they are fucking us in the womb, dog? They are raping us in the fucking womb. Do you understand how deceitful that fucking is? And then kids look up to that shit. So when niggas ask me, bro, why are you doing this, dog? I love these people, man. I look up to them. We have kids who don't know who they are by being blind, by looking up to their idol worship. All these streamers, celebrities, influencers, all these YouTubers, they look just like us, talk like us, walk like us. They have the same exact consciousness or thinking pattern just like us whole entire time. Their motives, their intentions, their history, their lifestyle is not the same correlation off the camera as they put it on the camera. When I see these beings on the camera, I know who they are just by the look of their soul that was never there to begin with. But niggas will sit there and say, I love this person. I'm so infatuated by them. Nigga, they are not on the same team as you. Every time you look up to these beings, you might as well dribble the ball and say, I don't want to play basketball today. Here you go, turnover. Your favorite celebrity says, hey man, let me go and fuck your bitch. Nigga, it's you, bro. Go ahead, man. As a matter of fact, I got 5 hoes for you. That's how some of you niggas are. Some of y'all will give your favorite celebrity 5 of your most favorite hoes, or maybe just one of your favorite women in general. If your favorite celebrity talked to your girlfriend, you would allow it. That's how feminine you are on the inside. Now, not all of you, of course, but to my biological men, I know that most of you would not allow anybody with a high status to take your girl from you. And the thing is, too, if she's going, I know and you know as well, if she's going for her favorite celebrity, whatever the case may be, you say, Okay, you move on. It sounds easier said than done, but when you're in tune with yourself and you've seen the game at a young age, getting girls at a young age, it's just common sense. If she wants to go and find better, so be it. You go be better with yourself. Focus on you. All right. Get this video to 30 likes. When this video gets 30 likes, I will make a part 2. So tell a friend to tell a friend, you know, because I got the pictures that I took from the documentary. And when this gets 30 likes, we'll move on to the part 2 of this teaching. Cleopatra. Interesting. Transcended into a lower dimension. Got the crystal. I think this might be amethyst right here. No pun intended to the person in my Bible study. But Cleopatra hiding the forehead, all that. So, of course, hiding the turtleneck, dead giveaway for the clavicle. You can tell that this is probably a man. But no offense to her or him. But what does she do for fame? Anyways, so yeah, 30 likes. And then, yeah, because part 2 is really when we're going to get started. And I'll explain all these different screenshots that I have for y'all. And then we'll get into gematria as well. So if y'all want to see the gematria, you know, make sure you share, make sure you share this video as well. And if you definitely enjoyed it, just know I enjoy you for even watching it, because I don't want to make this too long, because I want to be able to edit this right now and go to sleep. But thank y'all so much for, tuning in to another unconscious video or an unconscious message. Just know it's never any hate or any animosity towards beings that I don't actually give a fuck about, because me caring about these beings does nothing for me but keep me insane and insanity. But I love the fact that many different beings are finding themselves and understanding why they are here. So if you want this second part of teaching, you already know what I expect. I give y'all gems. Let's transmute our energy. 30 likes, part 2. Deal? Deal. I'm gone.